Hi everyone, I'm Connie, a writer at JetPens. You wanted to see what I carry with me every day, so here we are. Let's get right into it. First up is my bag. I bring my Superior Labor bag with me everywhere. It's made from a thick, durable fabric that's printed with William Morris's marigold pattern. It's the perfect size for my daily essentials. Unfortunately, we don't sell it and I don't think it's available anymore either. Sorry. Inside my bag, I keep my planner, my pen case, a spare notebook, and my journal. The Hobonichi Blink cover is my planner cover and my wallet. This was released in 2020 and I just had to get it. I love how bright and cheerful the colors are. On the front, there's a bear. On the back, there's another smaller bear. It's so cute. And of course, I have it in the clear cover to keep it clean. Oh, and I also have the Doraemon collaboration pencil board. I was thinking about getting the Animal Crossing one from this year because it has my favorite villager on it, Apollo, but I finally resisted the urge. In the pen loops, I have a Royal Milk Tea keychain, a Traveler's Company brass ballpoint pen, and a vintage Parker 51 fountain pen. I actually don't write with the TRC pen that much, but it comes in really handy for signing receipts. I use the Parker 51 for the bulk of my planning and change the ink every month so they kind of match the colors of the Midori Chirato index tabs. For August, I use Sailor Shikiori Yamadori, which is an ink that looks blue-black on Tomoe River paper. Inside the card pockets, I have my ID and credit cards, and a hockey card I decorated like a K-pop card because I thought it was really funny. In the back, I cut down a plastic folder to fit in this pocket. All my planner stickers are in here. Okay, onto the planner. I'm using the Hobonichi Plain Notebook this year. I moved to a more freeform style because I value flexibility a lot more these days. For everyday planning, I use monthly calendars, habit trackers, and weekly pages. This horizontal format works really well for me because I'm generally pretty good at managing my time and I just need help remembering what I need to get done. I added special pages for my wish list, tracking game scores, ink swabs, and other things when I think of them. I like keeping my planner pretty tidy, and there isn't always enough space for miscellaneous notes. So I use the Kokyo Field Sketchbook for things like grocery lists and brainstorming ideas. The Field Sketchbook is slim, so it doesn't take up a ton of space in my bag, but there are enough pages for me to use it for a while. Let's move on to my pen case. The Leehid Lab Smart Fit Act Compact Pen Case travels with me everywhere. I literally do not leave the house without it. You may notice that mine's been customized a bit. I have an acrylic rice cooker keychain attached to one of the zippers, and I sewed on a patch that says, "Every day is just one day," which I find very relatable. I keep handy items that I can always use inside this pen case, like the Sunstar Stikio scissors or a Tombow Mono adhesive tape runner. These angle tweezers are great for small stickers. They're much more precise than my fingers. The Act is also where I keep my inked fountain pens. I usually have 3 or 4 inks up at once, so I have a couple different colors to choose from. Today, I have my TWSBI Diamond 580 ALR, Lamy All-Star, TWSBI Eco, and Pelikan M205. They all have broader nibs and really show off how well inks shade and sheen. My fountain pens are almost 100% used for journaling. I have a JetPens Console Noto and a Midori MD goat leather cover. I take pretty good care of this cover and it doesn't get a ton of sunlight, so still very pink. Maybe one day it'll look like the leather on my Superior Labor bag. The Console Noto is packed with Tomoe River paper, which is my favorite fountain pen paper. I started using this journal in June 2021 and I'm a little more than halfway through. I find journaling really calming, so I try to write about my day or anything that's on my mind about 3 or 4 times a week. I also copy down book quotes, like on this spread. Usually I can fill about 1 page front and back per writing session. I also have a lot of washi tapes and stickers, so I like to decorate the pages of my journal with them. That's everything. I have a lot of stuff, but you can stay tuned now for the Q&A. Thanks everyone for your likes and comments. I'll answer some questions I got on the last few videos. What type of left-handed writer are you? Underwriter, overwriter, or side writer? Also, do you have any fast-drying ink recommendations for side writers? This is a great question. With fountain pens, I tend to underwrite, and with ballpoints or gel pens, I tend to side write. I don't personally use a lot of fast-drying inks, but in my experience, Pilot Iroshizuku inks do pretty well. I got some other questions about how I don't smudge ink. I think underwriting has helped a lot, and investing in some blotter paper is a good idea too. I do my best to be patient and wait for ink to dry, but I've mostly accepted that I'm gonna smudge ink here and there. I try not to be too much of a perfectionist about it. Are there any particular inks you like best? Absolutely, I have a couple of inks that I've really enjoyed lately. We brought in Dominant Industry, and I've really liked Autumn Forest. It's just shot up my list. It's a really beautiful dark green with pink shimmer. I also love dual shaders like Sailor Manyo Haha. Dual shaders are inks that look like two different colors at the same time. I think they're really cool, and I love how they look when you fill an entire page with them. I hate to bring up something that you can't get anymore, but Pilot Iroshizuku Inaho is literally a beloved ink. I have most of a 50 milliliter bottle left, and I'm worried that I'm not gonna touch it again until it grows mold. Out of curiosity, other than just liking the broader nibs, is there a reason you prefer broad to the fine or extra fine nibs? In my experience, I found that extra fine and fine nibs can feel a little scratchy. I'm a left-handed writer, and when I write with the nib, I push it across the page rather than pull it. So sometimes I'm digging the nib into the paper's fibers. I think I'm just the type of person who's really sensitive to nib feedback, so I try to make my writing experience as comfortable as I can for me by using really smooth broad nibs. Also, I think my handwriting just kind of looks better with broader nibs. I feel like my letters are quite round, and maybe they look a little misshapen with finer tip sizes. Does the friction ink work well on Hobonichi or Tomoe River paper? Yes, friction ink works well on Tomoe River paper. Though I've noticed that I can't erase more than 2 or 3 times, or else it becomes crinkly and difficult to write on. If your schedule changes a lot and you want to write and erase with your friction inks, I would recommend sticking with Kokyo thin paper, which is found in Jibun Techo's diaries. It's just a better option. For me, I don't erase and rewrite over and over again, so it's not a big deal. I'd like to see your DIY planner. I didn't show very much of my DIY planner in the previous video because I have some personal information in there, but I can show you the planner that I'm starting to set up for next year, starting from the very beginning. Also, I cracked and I bought the Animal Crossing pencil board. So first up is my year at a glance. I record birthdays and holidays here. Next, I write down all the fountain pen ink colors I'll be using every month, and then I also jot down music that I've been listening to. Next up are the books that I read that year and wish list of things I want to do. On these pages, I use my Tombow Fudenosuke to fill in the borders, and then I wrote on top with a white Pilot Jusa. I think it looks pretty cool. I've already set up my monthly calendar for January, so it looks like this. I usually highlight the top here to make it stand out a little bit more. I also have the skeleton of my habit tracker, a spending tracker, and I've also set up the first week of January. I really liked how I used my planner last year, so not much has changed. I'm really excited to get started with the new plain notebook. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at my everyday carry. If you haven't watched the videos yet, be sure to check the description for links to all of them. Thanks for watching! I also got a few questions about where I got my mug from. It is a Starbucks Taiwan mug with a tiger on the side. I think this is supposed to be an apple, maybe a peach, not quite sure. But I think it's very cute, and you saw its butt for most of the videos. But this is what I drink from on a daily basis.